So another thing is, I know I have basically two channels. I'm thinking about making two because I mostly share about my books, which I do read spiritual books, but a lot of my channel is about channeling my guides, spiritual downloads, spiritual stuff. And I know they're two completely different things. So I need to figure out switching it so one's just for books and then one's just for spiritual stuff. But I've been neglecting sharing my channels because of that reason, but I feel like they just keep getting more and more important. So I'm gonna share it. So this one was Friday, July 10th in Mississippi. This one was, I was really struggling at the time. I remember it woke me up in the middle of the night and I was struggling with fears that I had thought I had worked through already, that I thought I had done enough shadow work already to kind of get rid of. And I'm sure I'm gonna have to talk about it in here. It's just something I guess I hold really close to my heart and that has hurt me so much in the past. I just got to get over it. But anyways, let's get into the channel. So like I said, I channel my guides. I think they're aliens. I'm pretty sure they're higher ascended alien beings, but I just say my guides because they really help me out. Okay, sorry you guys. I have to do this on Chrome when I'm used to Safari because my computer has been tripping. Sorry, computer. First, you are ready to begin. Your past is not your future. Fears will rear their head and strike before they are fully released. And then they were showing me a snake fighting before it's killed. And so that was a channel that I'd done before. Like I said, I woke up in the middle of the night from a nightmare, from all these fears and worries about a future that I was thinking would happen that would hurt me again. And then I was like, oh my God, this is a warning. This is a warning. They're telling me this so I can do something about it. And they're like, no, that's not true. Like, all that negativity and anxiety and fear is on its way out, and before it leaves, it's basically, like they said, it's gonna rear its head and like activate again before it leaves. I'm not saying it doesn't feel real, because that felt real. I swear to God, I was like, this is real. I'm not good enough, blah 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 blah. But no, they're saying it's not real, it's leaving. Just, let it do what it's got to do, handle it, and it'll go on its way out. Okay, so, and this is where I was saying, I was like, was it a warning? Were you guys warning? Okay, I need to stop pretending like I don't know what I'm talking about. This whole thing is from my fear of past relationships, of being cheated on multiple times, being thought I'm not good enough, having partners basically, what's the word? Leave me. I mean, I left them in the relationship, but it was the cheap man's way where they cheat on you. Hi, Akate. I'm just sharing a spiritual channel that I had recently, and then talking about my issues and why I had to come back. And my issue in this life always comes down to, I think I'm not good enough. I've always thought I'm not good enough. I always think I'm not good enough. My voice is cracking now. And so this channel has to do with that. Hi. Okay, I know. Sorry. So I'll continue. They're saying it's a warning. Like I said, is this a warning? I asked them, is this a warning? Like, is this gonna happen? Is my husband gonna cheat on me? Am I gonna be abandoned again? Like, do I need to prepare for this? And they were saying, no, that's not the warning that we're giving you. But they're saying it's a warning of your fears being able to control you, to control your thoughts and your actions, mine. So my fear, worry of abandonment, of not good enough, can control my thoughts, which it has done before. I've spiraled before, and it controls my actions out of fear. You need to release these. That's what they told me. You need to release these. You are self-sustaining. You have always been, so you are forthwith coming, necessary to be in stage and readiness. So, hi, Wemhawit. I'm sharing a channel. I'm sorry. So some of these words don't 100% make sense because during the channel I'm listening, and some may sound like something else. So I'm trying to just get the story, but I know some of the sentences, hi, some of the sentences kind of sound weird. So you are self-sustaining. You have always been so. You are forthwith coming, necessary to be in stage and readiness for something. And then I asked, a new beginning? And then they just moved past that, and they said, because again, I was talking about this whole thing has to do with fear and worry of not being good enough. And so, and of course, my past traumas of being cheated on by people that I loved. So they're saying misery is not forgotten. Misery leaves scars, misery leaves pain, and pain can be reminded of pain, but misery cannot be allowed to control you nor your future. You must seek the light in all things, for there is a golden path you tread. You see, and then so they talk about this. There's a golden path you tread, and then me, I'm being worried. Can you play Minecraft? My kid used to love that game. I don't know how to play. Sorry, where was I? Okay, so then I was worried. You'll see. It says, you see, I was seeing a deep, dark forest at the edge, and I fear that my journey forward will continue into the deep forest and that I may become lost with no direction. That's what they're saying. Let me just say how they said it. Okay, so you see that deep, dark forest at the edge and fear your journey forward will continue into the dark forest and that you may become lost with no direction. This is impossible. Saying that's impossible for me to get off of my life path, to get off of where I'm meant to be. Your path, your golden path, will always guide you. We will always guide you. You need not fear that which you do not know, that which you do not perceive, that which is painful. So for me, worrying about the future when I know I have no business worrying about that. Fears of the past, and then they said your past is no longer being taken to the future. They told me that before, that my past will not be my future and to stop worrying about that. Fears and anxieties need to be released. Now is the time. They cannot be brought into the stationary essence of nature. Stationary essence of nature is to be free, wild heart. Stay the course. Fear not. We are with you. Glad to speak our message. Stay focused on living the life. You have your love. Stay present. Stay willing. Stay loving. Stay forthright. Stay merciful. Stay courteous. And then they said conjuncture or conjecture, which I don't know what that means. Be willing to inform on your needs. Yes, your fears. Yes, your worries. But do not let the fear or the stories control your being and emotional state. And that's another thing I've been trying to practice on, is because I can be super emotional. I can cry a lot. I get angry real fast. And to realize that for most of my life, I have let my emotions literally control me in my life, and that's something I need to let go of, to realize that we are not our emotions, and to see them for what they are and to release them, but to literally not let them control my life. Something I'm working on. Okay, so yeah, sorry, I got lost. Be willing to inform on your needs. Yes, your fears. Yes, your worries. Do not let the fear or stories control your being or emotional state. Your power to create stories is a gift that you use as a curse and need to be rid of immediately. And so this, what I think that they're talking about is that I create stories as a gift that I use as a curse, is something I made another video about, a quick little video, 3-minute video about, is I usually do it around nighttime. I was even doing it right now. I put in my hours for something, and then I was like, oh my god, but what if they do this, and what if I don't get paid, and like what if this happens, and what if this like I start making up these crazy stories in my head of like a negative future that I do not want. And so they've told me, like, you literally need to stop doing that, because we create our reality, and by me making up these crazy negative stories that I don't want to happen, I'm literally pulling that reality to me, the reality that I do not want. And so they're saying that I use it as a curse and I need to let go of it immediately. So that's another thing I'm practicing, is that when I catch myself making up these crazy negative stories, I catch myself, I tell myself to let it go, and then I try to spin it to make it more positive. So like with the whole hours, I was like, no, that's not gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen. They literally don't care. You're gonna get your hours. You're gonna get paid. Stop worrying. Okay, so then let's see. We see your practice, the practice I mentioned, continue it. It is a class that you will pass. Yes, it takes effort, it takes time. Stay with the journey of self-fulfillment. Knowledge you seek within can be learned from others you perceive to be worthy and worthless. So I took that as like, obviously, yes, I could learn from somebody I think I could learn from, but I think there was 5 I don't know what you're talking about, love. Um, God, man, my brain, I get lost so quickly. Where am I? Okay, so it takes effort, takes time, stay with the journey of self-fulfillment. Oh, knowledge, that I think I can get knowledge from people I deem worthy, but you can also get knowledge from people you think, oh, I can't learn anything from that person, or for whatever reason that person is worthless in my eyes, that you can still gain knowledge from that person. Stay true to your being, to your knowing that you are here for a reason, not the reasons humans speak of, but your truth. And being here is enough, that you are enough. As a lesson, learn to know the truth of it. Um, so this I've talked about before. Stay true to your being, to your knowing that you're here for a reason, not the reasons humans speak of, because I've gotten irritated in the past where like a lot of spiritual people will talk about like, oh, when you find your purpose, you're gonna be so happy, and your purpose is this and your purpose is that. And I'm not saying, like, there's people on this earth who have purpose, like doctors, people who care for people, like there's millions of people who have purposes. And for me, I've been on this world for 37 years, and there's never been like a job or something that has called to me that I've loved and like fulfilled me, you know? And for a long time I let that get to me, and I let that made me mad and upset and be like, again, what's wrong with me? Why can't I be like other people? Why don't I want to be here, and why doesn't this world fulfill me, basically, you know? And I'm not saying I don't, like, I love my family, I love my son, I love my husband, I love my dog, like I love a lot of things, but as like a purpose, you know, like a job that's something like fills my heart with joy that I want to do and work forever, that's never happened with me. And so they were saying that that's like a human thing, and there is some humans who are just here, just being here, just your energy being here. You don't even got to do nothing else. Just you being here is more than enough, and that's something I've had to realize. I'm still trying to realize and kind of get over. Again, that whole thing of, oh, I think I'm not good enough. Okay, so trust yourself enough to pull yourself back from the edge of despair. Yes, it was a warning to let go, to release your unfounded fears and anxieties of past years. You have the key to unlock the chains that bind you, that hold you, that will slow your ascent to a crawl. So basically to saying, like, if you do not let this go, if you do not let this fear and anxieties from your past, if you keep letting it control you and worry you, it's literally like your ascension is going to slow you to a crawl, because you're literally chaining yourself down from fears. Like, I'm chaining myself down from fears that I need to let go of it. I need to release it. These unfounded fears and anxieties can be brought forward to the place of love. They said that cannot. Okay, these unfounded fears and anxieties cannot be brought forward to the place of love that you seek. Ask yourself, why do you feel the need to be shackled to these fears? And then the answer we hear you say is protection from the future. I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, it's true. Why do I feel like I need to always hold on to these fears that I'm not good enough, or that he'll find somebody better, or he'll cheat on me? And it is true. I hold on to these fears thinking, well, if I know I can protect myself from pain, I can hurt myself from pain. If I know ahead of time, I can do something so that I will not get hurt. So that was the answer. They said that that's the answer that we hear. You say is protection from the future. But shackles of fear will not protect you from anything. Release them. And it's true. It's true. All that fear and worry that I have about everything about the future doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't protect me from anything. If it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen, and I'm gonna get hurt. And more than likely, it's not gonna happen, and I'm just freaking worrying myself and freaking myself out and hurting myself from the inside out from worrying about things I have no business worrying about. So again, saying I need to release that. We tell you your fears are rooted, deep roots that must be pulled now. The power of dream time helps to release easier and quicker. That's what I was asking, because I kept getting nightmares, which I hadn't had in a while. Nightmares of, again, my husband cheated on me, and feeling that hurt and betrayal. And I was kept thinking it, oh, this is a warning, I need to protect myself. And they're saying, no, the reason why that's getting released is because the power of dream time helps to release stuff easier and quicker. So yes, you've done the work, but it was a help. You can still be triggered, for you live life as a human. But to allow the fears and anxiety to control your thoughts and way of thinking is no longer necessary nor progressive. So it's literally holding me back. You need not fear your future. As we said, your past is not your future. Your past will never become your future again. All has been left behind. All that is left is scars and memories, but you must realize they hold no power over your golden and bright now and bright future. You are aware of your being in a transition of graceful meaning to move forward in what is a beautiful, wonderful, I thought I heard them say motion. I think they said motivated future of love and true being, true knowing, true self. Stay the course, you progress, though it may not seem so at times, like now. We can see through your human lens as a backtreading, but it is not. So when all this was happening and all these fears came back, I was like, oh my God, what is this? I thought I worked so hard. Am I like going backwards? Like was all that work for nothing? And then they were saying, no, like we can see that you think you're backtracking or you're backtreading, but it's not. It is a viewing things from a new overview perspective that you must get used to, of seeing things all at once. Viewed positive / negative, all is as it should be. Neither good or bad is. It's just neither good or bad, just is. Just being. And just being the truth cannot be feared. Just as your partner will support you always, just as you support him, you need to be realized as a team. You will not bring your past to your future. Again, that's something they keep telling me because it's something I constantly worry about. Hi, Cafe Caleb Plum. That's a pretty name, Caleb Plum. Hi. Okay, so yeah, that's another thing I constantly worry about, thinking that the same things I've always gone through in my life, the pain, it was cycles, obviously, right? Yes, I'm married. The cycles, that's what I'm talking about right now, is my fears of being married and past relationships, of being hurt constantly, and having the fear now of being hurt in the future. But that was a cycle I hope to God I'm done with, and that I don't have to pull forward through anymore, that I can be done with this cycle. But I still worry about it, and so that's what they're saying. You will not bring your past to your future. My past will not be brought to the future anymore. I need to stop worrying about it. Your future is bright. It is within grasp. Continue the work with frustration, and your feelings of hardship to self-love is still a path to forge, is still the work you will go through. But you are supported in life and out. We see your effort, but it is a daily practice to be at peace. And that is true. I've really struggled with self-love and loving myself. What are you talking about? So I channel my guides, and I'm sharing a channel. I'm almost done. If you just came in, Nicole McKinnon, I'm almost done with it. And the channel is basically, God, it's a lot. But I was worried about all this work that I had done, and I was getting nightmares and fears and worrying about my future, worrying about cycles I had gone through, and worrying that I was going to keep repeating these cycles over and over and over again. And my guide's kind of telling me like, no, that's not going to happen. But also for me, I need to release those fears. I need to let go of my emotions controlling me. More trying to continue on my path of self-work. So it's a long channel. That's what I'm sharing. I'm sorry. I'm almost done though. No, you're one of the best. You're the best person I ever met. Nicole, are you talking to me? If you're talking to me, that is so sweet. Be willing to know truth when you see it, hear it. Do not doubt yourself. For you have a knowing within, born within. Even when all else fails, you have a self-knowing. Know that you are safe and will always be. Need not fear, you need not worry. You're releasing old patterns, old programs, and they flare up before deletion. You're talking to me. Can you shout me out? Nicole White 4590, shouting you out, babe girl. Love you. Love you too. Shouting you out. I don't know how else you want me to shout you out, love. Be willing to know truth when you see it, hear it, do not doubt yourself, for you have a knowing born within. Know that you are safe and will always be. You need not fear, you need not worry, you're releasing old patterns. The old patterns flare up before deletion. And then I said I felt like I had handled it badly in some way, because when all this was happening, I was freaking out and I was spiraling and I was going down like, I'm not good enough. Like all this work I did, it's all gonna come back, and all this work, I did all this work for nothing, and all this pain and hurt just came down on me on like a tidal wave, and I was like, I felt like I was back to point zero. And then they said, you handled it to the best of your ability. Your perceived emotions, let them flow, but do not trust your thoughts. Do not trust the thoughts old fears and patterns give you, for they are not the truth. That may take some time getting used to, but as we said, trust your knowing. It is something I'm working on. Can you say hi, Nicole? Hi, Nicole. Okay, your frustration is heated. I was obviously very frustrated. I've been frustrated for a while on different things. Your frustration is heated. It is known. It is wise. It is birthing pains. Spinning wheels, stuck in a rut. Eventually these get removed. Yeah, I could see where they're talking about, like, I felt stationary for a while, like they said, like stuck in a rut, like my wheels are just spinning and I'm not really going anywhere. And they said eventually these get removed. Removing them, think of them as a resting time. Give yourself grace and peace and you will see that shift, which has always been something hard for me. But I really need to work on it. Move forward at the correct time. Grace, understanding, continue the work of letting go. It is a good, thoughtful, knowing process of relief and understanding of this world and place. So yeah, that's, like I said, I'm working on the process, working on letting go. That's something I really had problems with. I really try to hold on to stuff too much. So I need to work on letting go and just letting know the world as it goes, and things that happen is for a reason. But they're saying continue the work of that. It is a good, thoughtful, knowing process of relief and understanding of this world and place. You navigate. We are here for you always. We hear you. We are here to serve and help. Call when needed. We are always here. Oh, thank you, Nicole. Thank you. I love doing makeup. I don't have too much on, but thank you. Hi. Okay, so that was it. That was the channel. This was something I wrote after I quell all the chaos of the emotions and I shall have light. It's in your Uru. So channel, it was really important for me. I felt so much better after I got that channel. But I like sharing stuff like this because even though we all go through stuff and we all go through similar stuff, and I know we're all trying to do the best that we can on this earth with what we're given. Do you remember me? Nicole McKinnon. From where, love? From where? Can you say clock it? Clock it? So that's why. I just like sharing my channels. Another thing too, I said in the beginning, I have my Esoteric Explorer channel started as a spiritual channel and then it transitioned into my reading. So I have like, I only have 200 followers, I swear, but like half of my channel is like, half is for my books and then half is for my spiritual. So I need to like, I think I want to separate them and make one for just my books, which I do read a lot of spiritual books, one for just my books and one for just my spiritual, so I can separate the two. Because I feel like some of my people who watch my book videos get irritated when I post spiritual stuff, and I feel like the same with the spiritual stuff. When the people who like my spiritual stuff see my book stuff, I feel like they're like, I don't want to see this. Thank you. Hi. Okay, so that's it. I just wanted to share. I'm gonna get off. Thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you guys for being so sweet. Nicole, thank you for being so sweet. I'm gonna get off and get back to life and trying to love myself and get over my emotions.